What's going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings have set themselves up very nicely in the offseason. Kwesi getting after things. Free agency and the draft. Don't really have any glaring needs. You have some wants. Would love an extra cornerback. Would love a tight end. Would love a wide receiver 3-4. All that stuff. Also, of course, you can never have enough pass rushers as well as offensive linemen. Long story longer, Chad Reuter, who does great work over at NFL.com. 4-round mock draft, and the Vikings, they trade down. They come away with 4 picks in the first 4 rounds, which is something you love to see. Ward, Carter, Sanders, Hunter, all that stuff. Let's see where the Vikings at. Let's go. Enhance. The Bengals take Michael Williams. Tet goes to Seattle. Seen that a lot. Tet potentially falling. And I know the slow 4.5, 5.40. I don't think it's going to cost them that much. Shamar Stewart goes to the Bucks. I like that. Egbuka goes to the Cowboys. Definitely need some receiver help with CD. Hampton goes to the Steelers. Ooh, that's good. That's like Hampton runs like a Steelers running back. Like, maybe not Bettis, but like Bam Morris back in the day. Yeah, I like that. Donovan goes to the Chargers. Golden goes to the Packers. Hey, they finally have a wide receiver 1. Ozray Thomas goes to the Bills. Now, the Bills work out a trade with the Vikings. The Vikings drop down, and they get 2 fourth-round picks. Would have liked a little bit more, but it's all right. And SRA goes to the Texans. He's a gopher. Texans definitely need as much offensive line help as they need, as they can get. T-Mobile, $35 a month. All right. And the Eagles, freaking A. I mean, how do the Eagles just sit back at the back end of the draft time and time again and just get dudes? Right? And just Walter Nolan to the Eagles. That's disgusting. I don't like it. But they moved up and went and got some. Tyler Booker goes to the Chiefs. Makes sense as they're replacing Thuney. Jonah goes to the Lions. I think it's the first time I've seen Savanaya in the first round. But, I mean, he has a chance to be really... I think he'll kick inside the guard, and I think that he has a chance to be super physical. The Lions got themselves a good one, man. Mike Green to the Commies. The Vikings, Nick Emmanwori. I love it. And Emmanwori... It brings that heat. He's 6'3", Bob Sanders. Great in coverage as well. Versatility is off the charts. I think this is a really good get for Brian Flores. And it does make sense, too, because even though the Vikings, they let Beasley go, and then they did bring back Theo Jackson, re-signed him to take his spot. I mean, Emmanwori has a chance to be really special. Harrison's back for one more season. And also, Metellus in a contract year, too. TBD what happens there. But the Vikings, this is what Chad wrote. Minnesota could look at a cornerback here, but Emmanwori's value may be too good to pass up, and the Vikings may have taken him if they stayed at number 24. Yes, I think that's true. Stepping into the line at strong safety, the athletic freak also showed the quickness to play nickel while at South Carolina. So the Vikings drop down 6 spots and get a couple extra fourth-round picks, and they're good to go. And the Vikings, they had their choice of safeties. Emmanwori, Starks. I believe Barron was still on the board too. That's good. Isaiah Bond, the other Texas wide receiver, gets in the back end of the first round, number 32. Into the second round, just want to skim this. All right, so Connerly goes at the top. I can see the Browns taking a quarterback here. Wait, hold on. I should pay attention. Did they take a quarterback at the top of this draft? No, they took Carter. Shuck, maybe, Dart. Sure. Harmon goes to the Giants. I mean, that's good. Him and Sexy Dexy. That's great. LB3 to the Titans. Hairston, Amos, Simmons. So, again, there's going to be a lot of really good talent. Zabel goes to the Saints at 40. There's going to be a lot of good players that go at the top of the second round that easily could have been first-round picks. I mean, Kenneth Grant, Tyleik Williams, Trevion. Cowboys just stick and pick. They get Trevion. Nice. Sawyer goes there. Jared Wilson. So I know mock drafts, you see him a lot in the third. I think that he's going to go higher in the second round. Jalen Noel. Wow. I love it. Xavier Watts turned down for Watts. Donovan Jackson goes to the Bengals. That's a good fit. Ewers, another quarterback off the board. Did Dart not go in the first round? Enhance. No, Dart went 7. I'm an idiot. That's what I get for skimming. Dart at 7. Wow. Will Johnson at 9. That's good. Again, maybe I should have paid more attention. Collins, Chuck Grant. Is that Bill and Mary over there? Siobhan Ravel falls to 53. It seems a little bit far, but, I mean, who knows with the Ravel and the ACL, but, I mean, his upside is certainly Judkins goes to the Chargers. That's a good fit. I like that one a lot. Super physical. Joe Mixon clone. Yeah, Scorton goes to the Packers. Winston. This is the Vikings pick 56, so they get Kelvin Winston Jr., another great safety in this draft. Higgins, Pierce. So, I mean, Pierce could go first round. Pierce could fall out of the top 2 rounds. Porter goes to the Commies. That's a great get. Long, lengthy cornerback, super physical for the Commies. Restrepo to the Bills. I like that fit a lot. I think he's going to do great working in the slot there. Jaden Blue goes to the Eagles. I think that he is going to be a really nice understudy, change of pace with Saquon. Then third round, Darius Alexander falls all the way third. Caleb Johnson too. Milroe in the third round to the Raiders. Yeah, upside there, backing up Geno, see what the kid could do a little bit later on. Jackson falls. Birch. Again, the Oregon defensive line is great. It's really good. Jack Betch, Belton, Ben Morrison. Wow. So if the hip doesn't check out, maybe he falls as far. I'm still hard-pressed to see him get out of the first 2 rounds. But then again, someone has to fall. McLaughlin, in the arms of an angel, going to the Cowboys. Royo, staying in Miami. That's just the U being the U. Kind of like that. Although, I mean, Jonnu Smith is pretty damn legit. And it's so weird that Mike McDaniel's offense basically ran through Jonnu Smith at the end of last year. Etienne goes to the Patriots. Nice change of pace back. Shamar James. Tate Ratledge goes to the Colts. God, that'd be a great get. Plus, I just love the mullet and the mustache. It's looking good. TJ Sanders goes. Terrace Ferguson, I think he's going to be a sleeper at tight end. I really like his game a lot, and I think it translates really well. Shuck goes to the Steelers in the third round. I think that he has a chance to they're probably going to sign Rodgers, but Shuck has a chance to be the quarterback of the future. Go ahead. Let's just get to the Vikings. Oh, Peebles? I love that. Also, it's great looking at these extended mock drafts because, I mean, all the simulators, I mean, they're certainly different with their big boards, and just seeing where players could and should go, it's kind of good. Tez Johnson goes to the Browns. F that RAS. F the combine. Dude just gets buckets. There you go. Vikings get Denzel Burke, a 4-year starter at The Ohio State University. Good physicality on the outside. So adding to that secondary, so you got Emmanwori at safety. You got Burke in the third round at corner. Adding to that mix, kind of like that. Deion Walker goes to the Dolphins. Kennard, Sampson. Stutzman, run on linebackers, maybe not. Now the Vikings picked up 2 4th-rounders from the Bills, so let's see what happens. McCord, another quarterback off the board at 104 to the Browns. Fannin goes to the Jaguars in the 4th. Again, I know he didn't test well, but I don't care. Like Fannin just breaking numbers and stuff. I mean, he was good at Bowling Green. All right, so the Vikings pick up Mitchell Evans. Sort of a paint by numbers inline tight end. Like he's not going to blow you away physically. Ran in the 4.7s, but also separation wise, yards after catch wise, he kind of reminds you a little bit of the other Notre Dame tight end that the Vikings had for a decade. Yeah. But good hands, big time catch radius, solid inline blocker. I think that he'd be a nice tight end 3 addition with some upside, especially since Hawkinson and Oliver right now are in contract years. Although we're recording this a couple days in advance, so who knows? Thornton gets in the 4th round. I love it. Makuba falls to the 4th. Kobe Bean Bryant is there too. Another quarterback, Gabriel. Yeah, because of course, just have him back up the lefty. Yeah, and Tua in Miami. It makes sense, though. Sanker, Rivers, Millam. So he's got listed at guard. Yeah, I think that Millam's going to reduce inside. I think he has a chance to just be a dog. I mean, he's fantastic. Setting the tone, run blocker. It's good. Scadaboo goes to stupid-ass Sean Payton. I hate it. They're going to love him in Denver. All right, Scadaboo. Pride of Arizona State. Formerly Sacramento State. Love it. Omar Norman Lott. This sucks. 2 years in a row that they've gotten a fantastic defensive lineman that I love. And I just hate it. Or actually, no, it was 2 years ago. Yeah, Carl Brooks out of Bowling Green. It's just good, man. Jalen Lane is in my ear and in my eyes. So, again, a lot of simulators do have Jalen Lane as like a 6th-round pick. Him in the 4th year. Tested phenomenal. Great return man as well. Felton, Jordan Phillips, who I love on the nose, the pride of Maryland, formerly Auburn. Walker, Marshall. All right, so Vikings getting Joshua Gray. Ooh, I really like Joshua Gray. So Gray is a super senior coming out of Oregon State University. Now, I know people say, like, Oregon State? Oh, Blake Brandel. No, it's got the player, not the helmet. And I honestly think that Joshua Gray has a chance to be a more than just a bottom of the roster depth type player. So you're betting on physical traits. 6'4" is 310. Plays a mix of left tackle and left guard. 3 pressures, 12 sacks allowed in 2024. But great hands, physicality as well, and definitely has some upside there. So the Vikings, even though needs have definitely been checked off, the Vikings definitely went about things in a positive way. So offensively, you're getting the tight end from Notre Dame as your tight end 3 moving forward. And they got Joshua Gray as depth at guard, specifically a little bit of tackle flexibility too. And then the secondary, you got Emmanwori at safety. Eventually he takes over for Harrison Smith, as well as you get Denzel Burke in that cornerback room. I kind of like how this draft shaped up. So again, it's just a exercise in how this went if the Vikings were able to trade down. Now, it's not a guarantee that they could trade down. Mitchell Evans, the tight end. It's not a guarantee that they can trade down, but because of the flatness of this talent from probably picks 15 through 70. So the Bills come up for Azrae Thomas and give up a couple fourths. Would like a little bit more of a premium, but overall can't be mad. The way that the Vikings still get Emmanwori, who like Chad mentioned, the Vikings probably would have taken at 24 anyway and been perfectly happy with it. So getting a premium, getting a little bit of value is going to be good to go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look at Chad Reuter, NFL.com's mock draft 4-rounder version. Love it. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.